In this video, we're just going to quickly look at composite areas with subtraction. Now, the idea with this is that you're finding two areas, but you're going to subtract one away from the other. And the reason is this is kind of like taking a piece of material and cutting a shape out of the material. So what you have left is actually less than what you started with. The reason for that is we're looking for the shaded areas in these pictures. Now, you can see here that we've got a shaded area, which I'm just going to colour in red, that we're interested in. And if I was to colour in this whole middle section, do you see that this thing is really just a rectangle? And the particular rectangle that we have has, actually it's a square, has a width of 7 millimeters and a height of 7 millimeters because of the two lines. So what we could do is really find this square's area, and then what we could do is we could subtract the area in the middle. And by doing that, we're then left with the shaded area. So what we're going to do is just label our diagram a little bit. So we've got widths and lengths. So you can see the two lines mean this is 7 and 7. The single lines here mean this is 4 and 4. Everything's in millimeters. We're going to find two areas here. First of all, we're going to find the area of the blue section in here. I'm just going to call that area 1. I'll just label these as well. Area 1, area 2. Okay, so for area 1, we've got a width and a length that are the same. So it's going to be 16 millimeters squared. For area 2, think about area 2 as being this red area, not just the shaded area, but also all of this in here as well. This big shape here. That way, when we find it, we can subtract the little blue area, and that will give us just the shaded red area. So we've got length times width for the big rectangle, which is, or square, 7 times 7, which is 49. So for the shaded area, we're going to have our big area subtracting our smaller area. So it's going to be 49 take away 16, which is going to be 33, and this will be millimeters squared. So that means that this part in here, the red part, is 33 millimeters squared. We're not interested in this blue part in the middle here. We're only interested in the red part, the shaded area. So the next question we've got very similar. Have a think how you do this one. What two shapes are there? You can see there's clearly a rectangle, which I'm just going to colour in. And if I coloured in that bit too, it would be a full rectangle, 20 times 15. So I've got, first of all, I'll just do these colour coded. So area 1 is going to be my rectangle. Area 2 you can see is a little triangle. So area 1 is my whole big red rectangle, 20 times 15. 2 times 15 is 30, and add on another 0. This will be meters squared because the units here are meters. The next part is going to be, if I want this grey shaded area, or what I've done red, what I'll need to do is find this little blue triangle and subtract it or take it away. Now this blue triangle I'm actually going to draw by spinning it around a little bit. Okay, so I've got the base on the bottom here. So 6 meters and 7 meters tall. So all I've done is I've just spun it, yeah, so I've got the 6 just flat like this. So for this area, remember it's half the base times the height. And here we've got half of the base, which is 6, times the height, which is 7, which is a half of 6 times 7 is 42. So half of 42 is 21 meters squared. So this little triangle is going to be 21 meters squared. So that means for our shaded area, it's going to be equal to our large area, the big rectangle, subtracting the little triangle away, which is 21. So 300 take away 20 is 280, so this will be 279 meters squared. So that means that this part here, the shaded part, is going to be 279 meters squared.